Oh, hello everyone. Welcome to Beyond the Mat with me, J. Cole Yoga. What are we doing today? We're talking about sleeping. We're talking about beds. I'm not actually just waking up. I just did that as a little thing for the video here. So I get a lot of questions. We have gatherings here in the home sometimes, and people are like, dude, the fuck's your bed? Like, where do you sleep? And that's because I usually stash my bed away because I'm taking up a portion of the main common room here. And this is my little nook that I have created. There's like a wall of blankets and my little yoga wall tapestry, and then I got all my altar stuff going on there, and then all the recording shit over there, computer and all that shit. Anywho, yeah, my bed. I've been sleeping on the floor for over 4 years now. And people think like I'm fucking crazy for doing shit like this. But there's a reason behind it. And that reason is that because I have this like back problem that I got bush jumping one night. And so bush jumping is when you get all liquored up and you go jumping into people's hedges and shrubberies and into gardens and shit like that. Just stupid, dumb shit that I did back in the day. And I went bush jumping, and there was these two little shrubberies in the front yard, like 1 and 2, and I thought I could clear the first one and land in the second shrubbery, but I didn't. I missed, and kind of like the top half of my body hit the second shrubbery, and my legs hit the back shrubbery, and my back just kind of and my chest hit the ground, and I felt the snap. Yeah, it was pretty bad. And I don't know. That video's on private right now. There's actually a video of it. That's how crazy I am, videotaping my life. I think it's private, so I might put the link down in the description below if you want to check out the bush jumping video. Yeah, so I was the kind of guy who my bed was like, you needed a fucking step ladder to get up on the bed. It was like 5 feet up in the air. I had like 3 or 4 mattresses piled on top of each other with like a thick ass layer of foam on top. I just wanted to like sink my whole body and feel like I was floating in nothing all night. And apparently, when you have back problems and like shoulder issues and shit like that, it's not really a good idea to be in such a soft sinking thing. You need support. You need like the pressure pushing back up against your back. I didn't know that. A friend of mine at the time who was becoming a yoga teacher, he was like, yo, I talked to my yoga master about your back problem, dude. And he said, try sleeping on the floor for a week. Just 1 week, it'll realign the spine and then you'll feel good. I said, okay, I'll try that. So I tried one night. I put a bunch of blankets down on the floor, really cushioned it up, really thick blankets to really, make it soft enough so I could last the night. I don't know. I made it till about 1 or 2 in the morning, and I was like, fuck this. I climbed back up into my palace of mattresses and had a good night's rest. And then the next morning, I woke up with just a little bit less back pain, just a little bit. So the next night I tried it again. I made it a little further through the night, maybe 3 or 4 in the morning. By Wednesday, I had it all night long. Thursday, all night long. Friday, all night long. And yeah, by Friday, like, fuck, my back pain was completely gone. And then I just thought, like, okay, well, I'm not going to sleep on the floor every night because that's weird, and people will think I'm weird. Yeah, because of that. And I tried it a few more times. I did like on and off. And then I noticed eventually that the pain kept coming back. And I would, do a week on the floor, realign my spine, it would go away. Eventually, it came to the point where I was like, why the fuck do I keep going back to a bed? It seems like the bed is what's causing this issue in the first place. Like the bed, the softness of beds is just too much. Or maybe it's the coils, or there's just something about it. So I said, fuck beds. I'm just going to sleep primarily on the floor. Well, the floor was like still a little bit too hard. So I bought like a little crash mat, exercise mat, and I put that down and I sleep on that. And that worked fine for a while. In the winter here in Canada, it does get a little bit chilly down there on the floor. So I've recently devised a new system, which is what you're seeing here. Let's see if I can just show this whole thing. Well, here it is on the side. So I bought two of these. These are IKEA the bed frames, and here it is down here on the floor. Whoa, we're going right upside down today. Oh shit. So this is an IKEA mattress, and that bed frame, that's as high as it goes. These are the feet right here, little cushion feet that go on the floor, and there's two of these. They clip together, and then there's these hard wooden slats that go by right here. These hard wooden slats, they get a slight little bit of bend to them, just enough that it's perfect actually. And if you peel this back even further, they then have these adjustable slats. So the further out that this little thing is to the edge, the more firm and hard that is, and the closer in, the more bendy and flexible it becomes. So I just have them all kind of adjusted how I want them for my body. This is the same exercise mat I've used for 4 years. It's like, I don't know, 1/4, 3/8 of an inch thick. That's actually what I started learning yoga on, and you're not supposed to learn on this because it's so like rubbery and flimsy that when you're standing on it on the floor, it's kind of like whoa, standing on like a thick gel pad, and it's really hard to keep your balance on this thing. And I didn't even know when I started doing yoga, I didn't know that there was a difference in these mats or anything like that. So it just really made me like have to learn balance, like really learn. So I put that down on top of the hardwood. I put like a little blanket. This is a blanket. This was my grandfather's in World War II. The Canadian Army or Navy handed these things out. It's one of those wool scratchy blankets that you find at a cottage. I love it. I love the scratchy feeling. It's awesome. And then just like, then whatever blankets come after that. The latest thing I've been doing this week, because I'm not a big snorer. I don't snore a lot, but my dad snores a lot, and it like rumbles the whole house. Like you think that earthquakes are happening and the dust falls from the ceiling as you're laying there. And I've started snoring a little bit lately, a little bit more than I've ever snored. So I always have like a shit ton of pillows. There's just pillows like all around. I love pillows. And I found that like even just a regular pillow like this, it props, like this, a regular pillow props you up so that like, your neck is like always looking up, and it creates a contraction in the back of your neck, in your back of your throat. And when you breathe in, you get this, like you're sucking air in. So what I found was by getting rid of that shit, putting a super thin flat pillow down, which is nice and comfy and soft. I put that down, and then there's like so much less of an angle for your head, and you don't get that, you get nice clear breaths in. But again, it started to settle in, or I would bunch it up and my neck would get up or something like that, or something would happen at night. So for the last week, I have been going without any pillow. So I put no pillow, lay down, and you got a full clear space behind your neck. I also feel like it's good for your posture to not be like hunching. Like we hunch all day, sitting at desks. We're always looking down, preparing vegetables, looking down at the table for work. We're always looking down. We're a very downward kind of species. We're always looking down. And this, I feel like it's really helped my posture this week to keep up like this. The other thing to do is because when you lay down, you don't always lay on your back all night. Sometimes you want to roll over, but you can't have your neck all going like this sideways. So I leave these little mini pillows for when I roll over on my side to keep my neck in a nice alignment. And there's one on the side over here, so when you roll over, you can do the same kind of thing. So your neck's not all like, Just put that under here. And then when I roll over back on my back again, I throw that shit to the side. So that's it, y'all. That is the gist of how I sleep at night. And why I have been sleeping on the floor for over 4 years. You know what? If you got a back problem, give it a try. I'm saying that half a night, that first night, I felt it. I felt the difference the next morning, and you can too. That's it for today, y'all. Peace, love, and light. Namaste. And all that other good noise, and we out, 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 out.